Hello, SSJ5 Danny here once again, doing not just a review, but I'll also be talking about a sequel to X-Men, Days of Future Past. This is also the movie I'll be reviewing today. It was released recently in theaters, directed by Bryan Singer, the guy who did the original and the sequel, not the third one, X-Men Last Stand. That was by Brett Ratner, for those who might be confused on which director did which. This movie almost rivaled Avengers, because there's a little controversy thing going on there, saying that their universe, X-Men universe, with Marvel, within Marvel's thing, would be just as good as the Avengers if they gave them the Iron Man. So apparently they didn't really need Iron Man, as they only fell 1 point short on the rating scale behind Avengers. We'll see. Basically, this movie is about the future of the X-Men are bleak. They're being hunted down by the Sentinels. They've gone down to a select few, and the only way you can do it, so they can see at a time, is to go back into the past and undo the creation of the Sentinels. Or, well, not the creation of the Sentinels, the death of Oliver Trask, the creator of the Sentinels. In the original comic, Kitty Pryde is the one that gets sent back to warn the X-Men of this. But in this one, they kind of altered it, because they had to go with the timeline being in the 1970s, as it was a sequel to, technically, to X-Men First Class. So instead, they made it, because Kitty's abilities, that she can send someone's conscience back into their body, but she can only do it for a certain period of time, because of the person's mental ability. If even the strongest mind could snap. But then Wolverine volunteered, because of Wolverine's abilities, he can, regenerate, so it shouldn't have really too much of an effect on his mind. So they send him back for that reason, and that's what kind of the variation. So the whole movie is about him going back, like I said, stop the death of Oliver Trask, who was killed by Mystique. This triggers events that causes, because Oliver Trask at the time tried to pitch the Sentinel program, but they didn't want to go for it until a mutant appeared at the Peace Summit and killed Oliver Trask, which only fueled the thing. However, this also led to the capture of Mystique, and her DNA led to the Sentinels of the future, the ones that are pretty much destroying every mutant. Well, not just mutants, humans that are helping mutants, and humans that apparently have the gene inside them, but will not be a mutant, but their future generations will be mutants. So they do it very well with touches of drama, and it's not just pure action and all that. And Quicksilver in this movie is actually quite comical. Even Evan Peters' character. Only thing that bugs me about it is they kind of refer to him a lot as Peter instead of Pietro, is most usually no Quicksilver to be called, but they still use the name as Maximoff, and they do a little comical thing with when he breaks out Magneto, but the whole thing's like, oh, so your ability is to you can move stuff with metal. That's metal. It's like, my mom used to know someone like that, which is funny considering technically Pietro is Magneto's son. But I digress. There's another thing that people say about that, because they saw that they were skeptical about even Evan Peters' appearance as him until they saw it, and he did very well, which leads everyone's looking at now Avengers 2 and Joss Whedon to see how they'll portray Quicksilver with Aaron Taylor Johnson playing him. So we'll see how that does. But yeah, overall, the movie was fantastic. It's worthwhile to see in 3D for sure. And there was a bit at the end, after the credits. It's a bit of a wait, but it's worthwhile. Which leads into the next movie, which, if you guys did not already know, will be Age of Apocalypse. Yeah, which is coming out in 2016. Huge movie. They haven't really confirmed who's going to be in it, but for sure should be Wolverine, the young James McAvoy should be coming back to portray Xavier. You should have Michael Fassbender back as the young Magneto, because this movie, and of course Nicholas Hoult as Beast, because it's supposed to take place in the 80s, only 10 years after the events of Futures Past. So, yeah. They also announced that there will be three new people arriving. The only ones I can remember now is that confirmed young Cyclops and Jean will be entering into Age of Apocalypse, but obviously will not be played by James Marsden and Famke Janssen like in the originals, because there's the younger one. They'll be 20 years younger than the ones portrayed in the original X-Men. But anyways, that's it for me. I'll see. I don't know what my next movie is. I'll try. Hopefully, you'll review Maleficent. If not, I'll see you around Edge of Tomorrow's time. So this is SG5 Danny signing out.